Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some junk mail tags with hidden pockets. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. And we're just going to start out with these envelopes like you get in the mail. If you don't have any from the mail, you can use regular envelopes that you buy at the store, Dollar Tree, any place like that. So we're just going to go ahead by starting off, and this is a legal size envelope. So it is about 9 inches by 3 7/8. Now you could use the smaller envelopes. You would just have a smaller pocket, and depending on the size of your journal or whatever you're putting it in, you might want a smaller pocket. So we're just going to go ahead and start off by sealing this shut. And then after we seal this shut, we're just going to cut a little tiny piece off of the edge of this. And that will make our pocket, the opening for our pocket. So you can just do it with your scissors, or you can do it with your trimmer. And I want my pocket on this side. If you want it on this side, then you would have it this way. But I want mine where it opens on the right side. So we're just going to glue paper on it. So I'm going to put my glue on here and then flip it over on my paper. Maybe I should bring this over here so I don't make too much of a mess. So this is a pretty quick and easy project, pretty straightforward. When you glue along this edge, you just want to watch that you don't seal your envelope back shut. And it doesn't matter if there's a window in it or not, because unless you decorate the inside or whatever and you want that window, the window is just going to be covered. So we'll go ahead and flip this over. And the paper is just bigger. I'm going to cut it to fit. It was just a piece that I cut off. Just flatten it down. Now if you're using directional paper, you want to make sure that your pattern's going in the right direction. So we're just going to trim this off. Watching that you don't cut your envelope open, and if you do, well, all you have to do is add a little glue and seal it back shut. I don't think I did. I have cut the envelopes open before when I wasn't supposed to. So like I say, it's a quick fix. You just add a little glue and close it back up. Been trying to do some videos lately with these envelopes because I have so many of them. Okay. And it's fun anyway. All right, so that's our opening. Now, if you don't like the looks of this, you can add paper in here. You're going to have a tag in there, so the tag will pretty much cover it over. So now we want to make this look like a tag. So we're just going to, I'm just going to cut it. I don't think you want to cut it super deep, but, and then if you could just cut it off, turn your piece over and cut the other side, and then they could turn out pretty even in shape. Because I'll tell you, I sure can eyeball it and make it turn out right. All right, so there's our tag cut. So this is our tag pocket. And then you probably have to glue this back down, unless you want that completely open for your tag. Now let's see. I have this flower cut for my tag because I was figuring the whole length. But then, oh, I have to glue that side also. Let me think about this for a second. I might be able to just cut some off of my flower so it could just go in down here. Maybe I'll just resize my tag. So I've never made these, so I don't know how everything is going to turn out, so we just have to wait and see. So we'll glue that shut. And I'll just open this up a little bit and glue this shut. Now I'm going to make a mess here in a second. So we'll glue that shut. So then our pocket would have an opening that long, which will be just fine because we can size our tag. Oh, I have to glue it down here too because this, let me see, glue this down. I guess I didn't check it very good, did I? I just don't want to glue the bottom of our pocket shut. So go around your envelope and check for all of your loose papers. Okay, so I think I'll have it go in about there, and I'll just trim it off a little bit. I'll just trim it up from the bottom a little bit. So how's everyone doing today? Today's Friday, yay! I always look forward to the weekend. Time for some downtime. A little bit of downtime anyway. Okay, now on the back of this is just a lightweight cardstock, and I already covered it with some white, just so the back of it would look different than the front. And I'm just going to glue this flower on here, but I want to see if I want it on the white or if I want it on the other. Yeah, I want it on the other. So this will be good for journaling. And I think I will just trim this off. Well, we'll just cut this off in the leaf. The stem will just be down a little bit. So all you have to do is just trim to fit. And then them little leaves can still be used somewhere. So before I trim this off, I'm going to cut my corners, and I think I want to even it up with this. I'll just kind of even both sides of my envelope and cut that off. So it kind of gives me like the same shape or about. So when it goes in there, it'll have a shape something like this. Okay, now I'll put some glue on my flower. And I'll wipe this up so I don't make a mess here. This is just a piece of wax paper, so it works very good. I just buy this at the Dollar Tree. My other wax paper that I use for cooking, or well, for covering stuff, I buy, that's name brand, but I just use Dollar Tree wax paper for crafting. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here. It says, "What you seek is seeking you." I'm going to just glue this on the side. So you can make your tags as elaborate or as plain or simple as you want to. These are not going to be elaborate. And then I have a little butterfly. And I thought the colors in this went good with the flowers. And I thought this color here, it's not exact, but goes good enough with these flowers. Guess I really don't have to match the tags, but I like to a little bit. Okay, so there's my tag. Now on the back of the envelope, I'm going to cover it with just some more of this white paper. And then if you have it as a floating tag or pocket, then you have journal space on the back of it. Or if you glue it in, you don't have to worry about it. Or you can also put a little hinge on one side of your tag, so you can glue the hinge into your journal, and then you can flip your tag back and forth. And I like to do that with them also. Now I think one part of this paper is not really wide enough, but I can ink. And I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because there's a little piece down here that didn't cover, and there's a little piece on the side. That's the open part, so I can trim that. I can trim this tag a little bit, so it'll be all right. Let's see here. I'll just trim this a little bit. And when I cut this, I cut it with my scissors, so I might not have cut it very straight. The envelope, that is. This was just an extra piece of paper that I had. So let me trim this off here. And that. And we'll trim that. And then that's only on the back, so I don't really think that matters. I think my envelope down at this end was a little bit wider. And these envelopes, like I've said before in other videos, are mass produced. So they're not all equal in size. So we'll just go ahead and just do a little inking around it. And I think it should be just fine. So if this is free floating, or like I say, if you have it on a hinge, then this is a lot of journaling space on the back also. Just quickly ink around here. Okay. Then on the front of it, all I'm going to add is this, because I just think this is so pretty. And I think that is good decoration for it. And I still have to, I forgot my tabs, so I still have to get a couple tabs. I knew I was forgetting something, I just couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. And I like these flowers, and this is blessed. So I have to get a tab for this also, but we'll stick it in here. And it'll go in there quite a ways. You can have, when you put the tab on it, then it won't matter because your tab will stick out. But isn't that cute? I like that. So before I do my tabs, I have one more, and I had already started this one, and I thought, well, I should just do it on video. So I have it cut already. It's cut open, and I'm just going to glue this color onto the back of it. I figured this color went pretty good with this. So I'm just going to go ahead, add my glue. So I figured I might as well just, you know, finish this one on video and do the other one. And this envelope here is a little bit narrower than that other one. This envelope here measures about 3.5 by 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 8 and 5/8. But using the regular smaller envelopes, I think I'd like to make some with them also. I think them would make cute little pockets. And I have some other envelope projects in mind that I'm going to do. So we'll have to see where them go. In the process of getting them ready. So tune in for them. Make sure I didn't cut anything open that I wasn't supposed to. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Just going to cut my tab or my tag shape, and then I'll trim my tag down. And I'll have to sew, or I'm not going to sew them. I'll have to glue these parts that opened. And I'm sure many of you have already seen these done. But that's okay, I like to do them anyway. And then we'll glue right here. This paper here only had this little piece of it left. Okay, so there's that. And we can just go ahead and put this on now before we do the tag. I like this one. Be joyful always. I thought these colors went really good, and there's blues in it. Even though I filled this bottle, the glue still runs back down. When it has a little too much glue in it, I can't leave it laying down because then it just acts like a volcano and erupts. Which is why I don't like to fill it full. This is Fabri-Tac. I love Fabri-Tac. It has a mind of its own. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'll cut this off about here. And on the back of this tag, I had put the same color as what I put on the back of the envelope, and it's light enough that it can also be journaled on. So I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of even this up. This paper here is just a lightweight paper, but it really works good for backgrounds, like the back of tags. Try the other end. I think that looks pretty even. No, I don't think that looks pretty even. I better use this little side and cut that, because I don't know if that was even. Okay. So now I'm going to put this flower on here. And one nice thing about Fabri-Tac, it doesn't warp your page. I mean, I'm sure if you put way too much on, it might do something, but never had problem with Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Tac ripple on my page or my little tags or anything. Let me see, I want this over here. Let me move this over just a little teensy tiny bit. And that'll have to go up onto my flower a little, which will be just fine. Okay, and this one says, follow your heart. Hopefully this is up high enough where it belongs. Just going to stick this here. And then we have this little blue butterfly. Where do I want him? I think maybe there. Can't remember if the other butterfly, I think the other butterfly had antennas, antennas. Just a little joke about butterflies and antennas. There we go. Now I'll just quickly ink around this. All right, so I have to go off to do my tabs, get my tabs. So while I'm doing that, I'll just finish inking this and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I really didn't know what to do with my tabs because I hadn't thought a whole lot about it. So the background for this one, I just used as the tabs for the top, put some gems on it, put my tab on the side. I got a little glue there, I have to take that off. Put my tab on the side because it would be too tall to go up here, but we have the tab on the front and the back. And then it just goes in and sticks out some, and you know that it's there. I had a little tiny piece, couple pieces of scrap when I cut these sides off. So I just wrapped it around the tab. And I thought that worked well. Hopefully they look good like that. And then this one, I used the same color as the back. Just put some gems. And I only had that little piece left. So on this one is just barely lighter than this, so I used this one. Just cut some of the paper and put over it. So that is my video for today, and I think that looks good hanging out like that and like that. I would have liked this to be a little bit wider, but you do with what you have to do with. So them are our junk mail tags with hidden pockets. So let me know down in the comments what you think. And if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and come back and check out my other ones. So until then, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.